Blood Moon. Mysteries. The night was draped in an inky blackness as I drove through the desolate backroads, relying on my GPS to guide me through the labyrinth of unfamiliar twists and turns. My phone's signal grew weaker with each passing mile, until finally, it blinked out, leaving me alone in the dark with only the faint glow of my headlights to pierce the obscurity. I rounded a corner, my tires crunching over gravel, and that's when I saw it, the town. It emerged from the shadows like a ghostly mirage, its silent streets bathed in an eerie, dim light that seemed to emanate from nowhere. A nameless dread prickled at the back of my neck, but I was low on gas, and the town was my only hope for shelter. I navigated the narrow streets, my footsteps echoing in the unsettling stillness. The houses, although appearing perfectly ordinary, exuded an unsettling air of abandonment. Yet, something was amiss. There were signs of life scattered throughout, tables set for dinner, warm food left untouched, as if the inhabitants had vanished in the middle of their meal. The air itself felt charged with an unspoken tension, as if the town were holding its breath, waiting for something. I cautiously ventured deeper into the heart of the town, my senses on high alert. Every footstep seemed to echo louder than it should, as if the town were listening, watching. Shadows danced at the edges of my vision, and I couldn't shake the feeling that unseen eyes were upon me. The buildings seemed to loom taller, their windows like hollow eyes, and the wind whispered secrets that sent a shiver down my spine. As I passed an old-fashioned storefront, a chill crept up my spine, and I turned to glimpse a fleeting figure in the corner of my eye, a child, standing in the shadows. My heart pounded, but when I looked again, the child was gone, leaving only the rustling of leaves in their wake. I quickened my pace, the urgency to escape this place growing stronger with every step. But escape proved elusive. Streets twisted and turned, leading me in circles, and landmarks I was sure I had passed appeared once again, as if the town itself were conspiring against my departure. Panic clawed at my chest, its grip unrelenting. I retraced my steps, only to find myself at a plaza, its cobblestones eerily familiar. And then, a sound echoed through the stillness, a faint, melodic tune, like a lullaby sung by the wind itself. It seemed to come from all directions, wrapping around me like a haunting embrace. The air grew thicker, more oppressive, and I felt a presence beside me, a whisper of breath on my neck. My heart raced as I turned, only to be met with a scene that defied reason. The child stood before me, their eyes like pools of darkness, their voice a ghostly whisper in my mind. "You're trapped, just like us," they murmured, their voice a chorus of echoes. "This town devours all who stumble upon it. There is no escape." Terror gripped me, my very sanity threatened by the impossibility of the situation. "No," I stammered, my voice cracking. "There has to be a way out." The child's laughter was like shards of glass in my ears. "You're not the first, nor will you be the last. The town feeds on the fear, the desperation. It keeps us here, trapped between worlds." Desperation gnawed at my core, but I refused to be consumed by the town's malevolent grip. With a surge of determination, I turned and ran, my footsteps echoing through the empty streets. The wind howled in protest, the very buildings seeming to contort and shift in their efforts to thwart my escape. As I ran, the town seemed to morph and twist around me, the very fabric of reality warping. My breath came in ragged gasps, and the boundaries between my thoughts and the town's influence blurred, as if the very essence of the town sought to infiltrate my mind. And then, just as I felt my resolve waver, I burst through the town's boundary, stumbling onto a deserted road, the world outside its clutches. I collapsed to the ground, the night air filling my lungs like a sweet relief. The town's malevolent presence seemed to retreat, its grip loosening with every inch I put between us. As I watched the town fade into the distance, an unsettling realization settled over me. The town was not just a place, but a living entity, a malevolent force that ensnared those who ventured too close, feeding on their fear and desperation. And even though I had escaped its clutches, I knew its memory would forever haunt my dreams, a reminder that some places are better left unexplored, some roads better left untaken. The air hung heavy with static as I settled into my dimly lit studio, ready to broadcast another episode of my late-night radio show. The Midnight Radio had always been a haven for the strange and the unexplained, a place where listeners tuned in to hear eerie tales and mysterious encounters. Little did I know, this night would mark the beginning of a journey into the depths of the unknown that would forever alter the boundaries between reality and the otherworldly. The clock struck midnight, and the airwaves crackled to life with my voice. Welcome, dear listeners, to another night of eerie stories and unexplained phenomena. As always, I'm your host, guiding you through the shadows of the night. The phone lines lit up, eager callers waiting to share their own encounters. But amidst the familiar voices, a small, trembling voice broke through, sending a chill down my spine. Hello? Is anyone there? I adjusted my headphones, my curiosity piqued. Yes, you're live on the Midnight Radio. What's your name, and what's on your mind tonight? I'm lost, the voice replied, filled with a haunting mixture of fear and innocence. I don't know where I am. It's like I'm in between places, between dimensions. My heart skipped a beat. This wasn't like any call I'd received before. Don't worry, I reassured. We'll help you figure things out. Can you tell us more about where you are? The child's voice described a landscape of shifting colors and swirling mists, a world that defied any earthly description. The more they spoke, the more captivated I became, drawn into their tale of being caught between realms, lost in the liminal spaces of existence. As the night wore on, the child's voice became a regular presence on my show. Call after call, they recounted their experiences, their descriptions painting vivid images of a world beyond our understanding. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was something otherworldly about their story, something that reached beyond the boundaries of our reality. Days turned into weeks, and the child's voice became a constant in my life. I found myself thinking about them during the day, wondering about the nature of the world they described. I began to lose track of time, the line between my role as a radio show host and the growing connection with the mysterious caller blurring in unsettling ways. One night, as I settled into the studio, a whisper of static seemed to linger in the background. Hello, the child's voice echoed through the airwaves. I need your help. I can feel myself fading, slipping away into the void. My heart raced as a sense of urgency gripped me. Hold on, we'll find a way to help you, I promised, my voice shaky. As I delved deeper into the child's story, I began to notice something unsettling. Their voice seemed to intertwine with mine, as if the boundaries between our realities were melting away. It was as though our souls were merging, and the more I tried to help, the more I felt myself becoming entangled in their plight. I sought out experts in the paranormal, delving into ancient texts and obscure rituals in search of a way to bridge the gap between dimensions. The child's voice grew weaker, their pleas for help more desperate. Every night, I could feel their presence growing stronger within me, the line between their world and mine becoming thinner with each passing moment. The studio became a nexus of energies, a place where the boundaries between realms were at their weakest. And then, one fateful night, as the clock struck midnight, a blinding light enveloped me, and I found myself standing in a landscape of swirling colors and shifting mists. The child's voice was all around me now, their essence merging with mine. You came, they whispered, their presence like a warm embrace. I've been waiting for you. Tears welled in my eyes as I gazed at the world around me, a world that existed beyond the limits of human comprehension. I realized that I had become a conduit, a bridge between dimensions, linked to this lost soul who had reached out to me through the airwaves. As time ceased to hold its meaning, I understood that I had a choice to make. I could return to my own reality, severing the connection between us, or I could embrace this new existence, forever intertwined with the child's essence. With a heavy heart, I whispered into the void, "I'm here, and I won't leave you behind." And in that moment, I felt the child's gratitude and a sense of unity that transcended all understanding. The radio waves carried our voices back to the human world, where listeners heard our words and felt the unbreakable bond that had formed. The airwaves crackled with a newfound energy, the lines between dimensions forever altered by the connection forged on that fateful night. And so, my role as a radio show host gave way to a higher purpose, a journey that would continue to unfold as the boundaries between reality and the otherworldly became forever intertwined. Which story did you like best? Comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until we meet again.